Hi, AVID Scholars. This is Mrs. Cruz, and this is our Week 5 weekly update video. Thank you for listening in. Remember that Week 5 means that we're at the halfway point of the quarter, so just make sure that you are continuing to do all of your work. If you feel a little bit behind, then that still means that you have plenty of time to catch up and make a plan to do so. Just make sure you're reaching out to your teachers. We're all here to help you. As usual, I like to start with our Scholar of the Week, which is Jocelyn this week. I know that so many of you are doing a great job. I specifically wanted to give a shout out to Jocelyn because not only does she consistently do her work, but she also just reaches out whenever she has a question or if she needs some for me to double check something. So thank you, Jocelyn, for doing such a hard work and for continuing to try your best. I hope you keep up the great work, and I look forward to the next couple of weeks. Those of you who are also doing a great job, thank you. And as I told you, I will continue to look for you so that I can give you a shout out. Looking at our weekly schedule, it's fairly the same, but here's our inspirational quote of the week. It says, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." So that was said by Michael Jordan, the basketball player. And what I like about this message is that it's basically telling you that failing does not mean that you are done, but it just kind of means that if you continue, it's just your path to success. So I really like that message. The Scholar Goal this week that we have as a school is really similar to what we saw in AVID as a class last week, but I like it because it's continuing the idea that you should be checking in with your friends to see how they're doing and to set some goals that you guys can accomplish together. I know especially we said in our AVID class, look out for those students that you haven't seen in those Zoom sessions and that maybe are not watching these videos, and just make sure that you're being that extra support for them to see if you can help them find a little bit more success. Other than that, our schedule is fairly the same. The only difference is that this week our goal is about staying positive, so we will talk about that more shortly. Also, we don't have a class this Tuesday, so you don't have to sign into Zoom for that. We do have our tutorial as usual at 12:30, and we have optional office hours at 1:30. Don't forget to turn in your TRF and Jamboard by 9 o'clock so that you're ready for our tutorial. And here's a link for our Padlet, which if you look at our weekly logs, it's this slide right here. So our goal is about staying positive, and the task that we have is think about any strategies that you are taking to stay positive during this time. Try to think of new ways that are not so obvious and avoid saying things like, and here's some examples that you want to avoid saying. So please don't say something like playing video games, watching TV, which also includes Netflix, YouTube, any other streaming devices, social media, and sleep. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do these things at all, but I'm asking you to avoid them because I feel like they're pretty general ideas that a lot of us are doing anyway. And the goal for this week is for us to think about new and creative ideas for staying positive. So please write your advice on this Padlet and then also explain why you agree with 2 others by this Thursday. You can tell them why you think it's a great idea. Our Padlet is ready to go, so it is here. Remember that you can add a Padlet by clicking this plus sign here. That will take you to the post, or you could also double click it at any point. Under title, write down your name. Under write something, just write down your advice. Okay, so thank you for listening to this, and I can't wait to see your responses.